ice my tone, my cologne, and the way I roll. You ain't no king.
It's legit, you know it's a hit when the Neptunes and the doggy dog finna spit. You know he's in tune with the season. Come in, baby, tell me why you leaving.
What's up, guys? It's Jugnuke here, and today I'm going to have my FIFA 14 predictions, and this time it's going to be for Man United. So, first in goal is De Gea. He's had a really great season. I was actually quite surprised he wasn't in the team of the season for BPL. So his previous rating was an 80, so I put him up to an 82. And he looks like, well, he was already an overpowered card in FIFA 13, so I imagine this one's going to be really overpowered in FIFA 14 as well. Next we're going to have Evra. He's had a pretty average season for Man U. He's played 34 games. He scored 4 goals and 5 assists, which is alright for a left back. Not as good as some other left backs in the league though, like Baines, but it's still pretty decent. And I kept his card exactly the same, although I did think he's faster than 79 pace, so I did put his pace up to 80, and he would be a slightly better card if he did get that pace upgrade. Next we're going to have Rio Ferdinand, who was obviously in the team of the season. I didn't think he played. I think he played well, but not. I didn't think he would be in the team this season, but he obviously was. He played 26 games, scored 1 goal and 1 assist, which isn't too brilliant to be honest. But I did upgrade his card by 1, and I just upgraded his stats a bit. His heading I did upgrade quite a bit. I think he was 77 or 78 before, but anyway, I decided to give him a +1 upgrade. He was 83 before. Next we're gonna have Vidic, who didn't really have good season to be honest. I put him from an 89 to an 86. He's still probably one of the best defenders in the world, but he didn't really have a chance to play. He played 18 games. I thought he played less, and he scored 1 goal and 1 assist, which is the same as Ferdinand, but he's played half the well, not half the games, but quite a lot less games. So he didn't look that good with a card to be honest. Apart from his defending and heading stats, all of his other stats are really low, but 86 rating I gave him. He might be an 87, or he could even go down just 1 to an 88, but he definitely won't maintain his 89 rating. Next we have Raphael, who's really great. He's had a really amazing season. He's played 27 games, scored 3 goals and 3 assists, and he's been consistent throughout. And I thought he'd be in a team this season instead of Zabaleta. I couldn't really choose between them, but I did put him up to an 81. His previous rating was 77, so that's quite a big upgrade. But I definitely think he deserves it. He's only 23, sorry, not 13. If he was 13 playing for Man U, that'd be quite worrying. But yeah, he's only 23, so yeah, he's an 81 rating. I think he deserves definitely. Next, we're gonna have basically someone who's, I think he's almost transferred. He hasn't actually transferred yet, but I think he will transfer. And it's Thiago from Barcelona. For Barcelona, he played 15 games. He scored 2 goals and 5 assists, which is pretty decent. He's still pretty young. He's younger than Raphael. And I put him up to an 81 because I think he deserves that. And I did give him quite a substantial pace upgrade because I think he's faster than, I think he was 75 pace before. I think he's definitely faster than that. So before he was a 79 rated card, so I put him up to an 81. Next we're going to have Carrick, who I was surprised again that he was in the team of the season, although Man U did win, so I guess they had to put some players in. He played 34 games, scored 1 goal and 4 assists, which is alright, and I did give an upgrade because Man U won and he did play alright. I don't think he played too well. I think he played good but not really good, so I did give an upgrade, but not that much of an upgrade. Next we're going to have Rooney, who I did put to an 87 from an 89. Some of you might think, oh, he should be 86 or 85, but he played 22 games, scored 12 goals and 10 assists, and to be honest, I thought he was playing too deep, and I think they should have placed him. Ferguson should have placed him more attacking, because when he was younger, he used to play as more of a striker than centre forward, and he did play better as that role. But I get he's not as fast. Well, he actually is still pretty fast. When he does get to his when he does sprint, he's still pretty fast. But I don't really think he should play centre forward for Man U. Hopefully the new manager will put him as a striker, but I'm not sure. I put him down to 87. I don't think he'll go down to an 86. I think he's 12 goals in 22 games and 10 assists is pretty decent. And I definitely don't think he deserves lower than 87. He might even get an 88 card. Next we're going to have Fellaini, who I think will move. I'm not sure yet though, but I think Man U would definitely suit him. He's played 31 games for Everton this season and scored 11 goals and 5 assists, which is really good. He scored the most goals out of Everton, and he's playing in centre attacking mid role. I think he's playing a defensive role for Man U because they've already got enough attackers, to be honest. And he looks like a really overpowered card. He'll be quite a lot of money if he gets that 84 rating instead of an 81. Next we're going to have newly transferred Zaha, Wilfried Zaha. He went from Crystal Palace, and at Crystal Palace he played 46 games, so much more than people in the Premier League, and he scored 8 goals and 9 assists, which isn't too good, but for his age, he was only born in 1992. For his age, he's really decent. I definitely think he's a good prospect for the future, and I think he'll get a 77 rated shiny gold, maybe a bit lower, 76 rated shiny, but I think he deserves that 77 shiny rated because of all the hype based around him moving to Man U, and he looks like a really decent card. I did upgrade his shooting and stuff quite a lot because usually silver cards, when they're upgraded to gold, they do get quite substantial upgrades, so that's why I did that. And finally, we're going to have Van Persie. I kept his rating in his card exactly the same because I think he didn't deserve an upgrade or a downgrade. I think 88 is just right for him. He's been really great this season. He played 35 games, scored 26 goals and 8 assists, which was really decent. And I think he deserves to keep that maintain that 88 rating. So now onto the bench. We have Valencia first. He has had an alright season, not too brilliant though. He's played 24 games, only scored 1 goal, but scored 5 assists, which is alright. And I think he plays right mid still. I'm not exactly sure, but I think he deserves to maintain that 83 rating. Next, we're going to have someone who hasn't really performed at all this season. He's only played 7 games. He scored 1 goal and 2 assists. That's Nani. I decided to put him down to an 83 because if he's only played 7 games, I don't really think he's had a chance to show himself. But when he has played those, he hasn't played at all. He's a bit inconsistent, to be honest, because sometimes he does play really well, but others he doesn't play good at all. So that's why I think he deserves to maintain his 83 rating. Next, we're going to have Evans, who's had an alright season. He's played 21 games, scored 3 goals and 1 assist, which is alright. So I put him up to a 78 from 77, non-shiny. Next, we're going to have Cleverley, who he's still pretty young, I think, and he's played 18 games, scored 2 goals and 2 assists, which is pretty decent. And I think he plays defensive mid, and I think he'll go up to 79 rated from a 78. And I think he was a non-shiny before I put him as a shiny. Next, we're going to have Young. He's played 17 games and scored no goals and 3 assists, which is alright, to be honest. I don't really think he deserves an upgrade or a downgrade. He could go down to an 81, but I think when he plays for England, he does play really well, so I think he deserves to keep that 82 rating. Next, we're going to have Kagawa, who I upgraded by 1. He plays a centre attacking mid, and he plays 17 games, scored 6 goals and 3 assists, which is really decent. And I think he's really amazing when he plays, and he definitely deserves that 84 rating. Next, we're going to have the only non-shiny, which is Phil Jones. He's played 14 games, scored 0 goals and 1 assist. He was 78 before, so I did upgrade him. But I don't really think he deserves a shiny card yet, to be honest. So I kept his non-shiny card. Next, we're going to have Welbeck, who has played 13 games, scored 1 goal and 4 assists, which is alright. It's not that amazing, to be honest, but when he does play for England, he's still pretty young, obviously, so I think he's definitely a good prospect for the future, same as various other like Zaha and other players. But I think he deserves an upgrade to an 80 rating. He could keep a 79 because, to be honest, those stats aren't that good. 1 goal for a striker isn't that good, but I think he should go up to an 80 rating from 79. Next, we're gonna have Giggs. He has played 12 games, scored 2 goals and 3 assists, which is alright. So I did upgrade him by 1 to an 82. I think he deserves that. Next, we're going to have Smalling. He's played 10 games, scored 0 goals and 0 assists, but when he does play, he plays alright, I think. He was 78 before, so I kept his card exactly the same, actually. I didn't really think he deserves an upgrade or a downgrade. 0 goals and 0 assists isn't too good, but when he played really well, as I've already said. Next, we're going to have Anderson. He has played 9 games, scored 1 goal and 1 assist, which is alright. And I think that I put him up to a 79 shiny from 77 non-shiny. and he'll be really overused in FIFA 14 if he gets that card, because he looks really overpowered. And next we're going to have Hernandez, finally, who's played 9 games, scored 10 goals and 3 assists, which is really decent. Definitely think he deserves that card. Thanks for watching, guys. Please comment below what team you want me to do next, and I'll see you in the next video.